Hi everybody, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Michael. You're watching another episode of Star Wars News and Views, and today we're talking about leaked shots of leaked footage from the finished film.
Mm-hmm.
This was posted by MakingStarWars.net, and these are not set photos that were leaked. This is actual footage from the actual cut of the movie.
Yeah.
I can you can kind of tell the way the exposure is. It's a person taking a photograph of a screen, whether it's a theatrical screen or a computer monitor, but it definitely looks like, and there's CG in some
CG's already in it.
So it's the finished film, probably from whatever state the cut is in right now.
Yeah.
John Williams is scoring it right now, so they probably have very, very close to the final cut.
Yeah.
So the first image, Rey and Finn and Han in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, which, we've seen that in the Vanity Fair photographs already.
And the trailer.
And the trailer.
Yeah.
No, they weren't really sitting down in the trailer, I guess.
Yeah.
But so it's really nothing that new. Now, one thing that, I believe this is also in the Vanity Fair shoot, but because it was sort of a photo shoot where they're posed, I didn't really think much of it.
Yeah.
But this is now the final film, and if you notice, Han Solo's in the pilot's seat.
Yeah.
So this kind of I don't know how this works into the rumor that Rey is actually the owner of the Falcon. So I don't know, at some point Han Solo's piloting it, and you see Finn is in the sort of the C-3PO seat at the back. And Rey's in the co-pilot seat, so I don't know, maybe that's he's kind of taking it over, and so she's in the co-pilot seat, I don't know. So that's pretty interesting.
And the other one, the other still that was released, which is a bit more interesting, is that
interesting.
Yeah, is that we get to finally see Donald Gleason's character in the movie. And apparently he's called the General. He's clearly got on some sort of Empire attire, but sort of a
very Imperial looking.
Yeah, very Imperial looking, high standing officer or general, I guess. And he seems to be giving Captain Phasma orders or something. He looks very stern. He's got a scowl on his face. He definitely looks evil. And
they're on the bridge of a Star Destroyer, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, me too. So I guess he's gonna be a pretty big villain in this movie, which is pretty awesome.
He's definitely when I saw his sort of his cover photos, I guess, whatever you want to call it. But he didn't really look very threatening. But in this screen grab, he looks very cool. As he has that Imperial look to him.
Yeah, and if he's giving Captain Phasma orders, he might also be kind of
higher ranking than her.
Yeah, and maybe even higher ranking than Kylo Ren, depending on who he is in the movie. So that's pretty interesting too. It's really nice to see that as well, because I really like Donald Gleason. I think he's a really good actor, and it'll be cool to see him sort of have a pretty major role in this movie. Whether or not we'll see him in further movies, I don't know, but at least he's got the general role.
My theory is that Kylo Ren will stick around for the whole trilogy, but you need sort of the satisfaction of killing a major bad guy, a semi-major bad guy. So I'm thinking maybe Captain Phasma or him will be the one to go. Sort of the way Darth Vader escapes in Episode 4, but Tarkin gets blown up.
Yeah.
And one final thing to note about this is that they're looking at some kind of holographic display. So this is a finished shot with CG. You can see space and everything.
Yeah.
And it looks awesome. It looks like a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
If you took a screen grab from any of the prequel films, no matter what scene it is, it doesn't really have that sort of Star Wars feel, but this is the bridge of a Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
Except maybe the final scene of Revenge of the Sith, where they're on the bridge of a Star Destroyer, and it's I wish there was a half an hour more of this.
Yeah.
So
one thing to note too is that he looks rather young. Usually when we see these higher ranking officials, they were all older, right? Like Tarkin, but he's pretty young.
Tarkin was really old.
Yeah, he was really old. But anyways, yeah, it's cool. So I guess we'll see kind of how the Empire looks now that they're all maybe younger, because I don't know, this generation, these people must have all been born after the events of Episode 6.
Well, also, Tarkin was whatever, he's supposed to be 80 years old or whatever, but then Return of the Jedi, they have Moff Jared.
Yeah.
And he's a young guy, early 30s, maybe, I'd say. So I guess it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
But anyway, looks pretty cool. Leave us your feedback on this, and, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever.
Like us on Facebook,
Or not, but... yeah.
It's up to you.
It's up to you. Anyway, we'll see you guys next episode.